When I told my children I was dating someone, a woman I met in a watercolor class at the community center, my youngest looked at me like I had just announced I was moving to Mars. My 3 children, all in their 40s with jobs, kids, and lives of their own, seemed stunned. I'm their father, the one who taught them how to fish, drove them to school, stood in the rain at every soccer game. But perhaps they forgot something. I'm also a man who has been lonely for a very long time. My name is Frank. I'm 76 years old. My wife, Linda, passed away 9 years ago from lung cancer. We were married for 45 years. She was the love of my life. When she died, it felt like the world lost its color. The first few years after her death were the hardest. I'd wake up and pour 2 cups of coffee, just out of habit. Then I'd sit down and stare at the empty chair across from me. Her shawl still hangs in the closet. I never moved it. Sometimes I open the door just to catch a trace of her perfume. At night, I'd turn on the television, not to watch, but to drown out the silence. I never thought I'd fall in love again. Never thought I needed to. Until I met Margaret. She's 71, a retired art teacher. A widow, too. She has the brightest eyes and a laugh that makes the room warmer. We first spoke when she accidentally spilled her paint water all over my sketch. I joked, that's the best part of the painting, and I didn't even plan it. She laughed, and something inside me stirred, something I thought was long gone. We started walking together after class, sitting on benches, talking about old songs, first kisses, and the fear of dying alone. I didn't tell my kids at first, not because I was doing anything wrong, but because I was scared. Not scared of rejection, scared of that look like I was betraying their mother. When I finally told my oldest son, he went quiet. Then he said, "Dad, do you really think Mom would be okay with this?" That night, I didn't sleep. I lay there, staring at the ceiling, wondering, am I selfish for wanting happiness again? But then I remembered something Linda once said. She told me, if I go first, you have to promise me one thing. Don't shut your heart. Don't fade away. Linda knew me better than anyone. She wouldn't want me to spend the rest of my life in shadows. Margaret isn't replacing Linda. No one could. But she gives me something I thought I'd lost, the feeling of being alive. We do the little things, grocery shopping, matinee movies, arguing about whether Elvis or Sinatra was better. I hold her hand when we cross the street, and I swear, my heart races like I'm 22 again. Love at this age isn't loud. It's not wild or reckless. It's quiet, honest, deep. I don't need approval, but I do need understanding. To those listening, if you've ever wondered, is it too late for me to love again? I'm here to tell you no, it isn't. Love doesn't have an age limit. Loving again isn't a betrayal. It's a gift you give yourself when you realize life isn't over. I'm 76. I'm in love, and I'm not sorry. Thank you for listening to this episode of Autumn Stories of Life. If this story moved you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it too. We'll see you next time. Until then, live slowly, love fully, and never believe it's too late to begin again.